Welcome back. I'm sure you're going to find this video interesting because you're going to be learning how to apply columns to your document. It looks like the newspaper you read on a daily basis. Okay? So we're going to start, and let me say the title of the headline is Alas, the criminal has finally been arrested. Okay, so let's say this is the headline of the news. Now, this is just one column. You get what I'm saying? How do I mean? If you keep typing, you can type across this line without it breaking. But by the time you break this page into columns, you won't be able to type across like that anymore, which is what we want to achieve now. So I'm going to make this headline a section, and I'm going to press enter key now to move to another section. So I want to create another section. So what I'm going to do is to go to, don't forget how to break into section. You go to layout tab, then you come to break, then you come to section breaks. Can you see section breaks? And what we want is continuous, because we don't want to continue in the next page. We want to continue on the same page, so we use continuous section break. So but right now for this section I want to create let's say 2 columns. Now as you can see, you have those columns here. You can see currently we are on 1 column. That's why I can type across. If I say 2, it's going to break this page into 2. If I say 3, it's going to break it into 3. Then you have left, you have 2 columns, but their widths will be unequal. You understand? So they are not going to be equal width. So the left column will be, smaller than the right column. So also the right one, you have the right column being smaller than the left column. Do you understand that? So, but let's go to more columns for us to see everything together. Now look at it. These are the presets you have. You have 1, 2, 3, left, right, and all that. Does it mean you can't create columns more than 3? No, you can. Look at the number of columns here. You can increase it to 4, and as you're increasing it, you see the break. See the breakdown here. You can see the preview. If I reduce it, it will turn to 3. Can you see that we have 3 here? If I say 2, this is what you're going to have. Now why are you having this line? Because you said there should be line in between. If you remove it, you're not going to have it. If you bring it back, you're going to see it there. Do you understand it now? So you can see the width and the spacing here. This is the width. You're going to have 3 inch as the width of each of those columns. Then the spacing will be 0.5. So you can decrease the spacing in between the 2 columns. Can you see it? That is closing that gap. If it's too much, can you see that? It's closing it. You can increase it back to 0.5. Do you understand? If you don't want the line, you can remove it. So let's say we want 2 columns. 2 columns. Now, it's saying, do you want equal column width? Which is what we want. We want it to be equal columns. If you don't want it, you remove it. Then you can now begin to adjust the width. Do you understand? So you can adjust the width of the column. So let's say, for example, the first column is what I want to decrease. If I decrease it, you will notice that it's decreasing while the other one is increasing. Can you see that? So as you're decreasing this one, the other one will be increasing. Can you see that? I hope you understand. So you can increase it back until you have so you can have 3 also here. Then you're going to have it. Do you understand that? So what do you want to apply it to this section, or to from this point forward where that insertion point is, from here forward, or you want to apply it to the whole document? You have your choice to make, but I want to apply it to this section that I've just created now. Do you understand that? So, and I want equal column. Do you understand? So I've just created 2 columns, and I'm going to say okay. So if you look at this page now, it has been broken into 2 columns. Look at one. From here to here is 1. This is the gap in between the 2 columns, and this is the second column. Can you see it now? So we have 2 columns. Now if I begin to type now, I just want to type jargons, you know. I just want to demonstrate it for you. Do you understand that? For you to understand what I'm talking about. As you can see now, you see that that thing did not cross to this other side because there is a break here. Do you understand that? So you now have 2 columns. I hope you get what I'm saying. But this first one is 1 column. If you select it, you see that you won't see that in there. It's just 1 column because it's a section. This is another section. The second section is now double column. Do you understand it? So it's very, very simple. So I'm going to delete this because I want to copy from the existing document we have worked on. So let's go switch to text document. I'm going to copy this text. I'm going to copy to this point. You know how to copy now. You go to copy, home, copy. You select copy, then you come to that document. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to paste it. So how do you paste? It's there already. I go to home, then I click paste. Look at it now. Can you see it? So let's assume that I want to have more of this, fill the entire columns. I'll keep pasting it. Look at it. When I'm done, I can still paste one more time. Can you see it? Look at what I have now. Can you see that the page has been broken into 2 columns? Now this first line I told you is just 1 column, so I can center it. You give it center alignment. Can you see it? Then I can give it bold effect, then increase this to maybe 16 or 18. I change the font size to something more nice. Do you understand that? Then I can hit enter key here to give it a space, or I delete the space back. How do I give a space between these 2? All I need to do is to select this, select the text, then come to your line spacing. You know where it is now. Then you come to add space after. So when you do that, you leave a space. Do you understand that? That's how to do it. So can you see this? So this looks like your newspaper now. Do you understand? So that's how to do that. Now we're going to go back to the layout, and we're going to go back to the columns, more columns. Remember that I first clicked at the section where I want to adjust, then I came to this particular section. I came to the column settings, and look at the properties here. So if I want line to be in between, I can select it, and I'm going to have it there. Look at it now. Can you see the line coming in between it? Can you see that? So that's the way it works. I hope you get what I'm saying. So you need to understand that. So if I want more of this to fill this, I can keep pasting it. Can you see that? So once the other side of the column is filled, then you have the line come up. Can you see that? So that is it. But if you don't want the line again, you can go back to columns, go to settings, more columns, then you can remove the lines. Then you say okay, then it's going to remove the line there. So you're going to have this. I hope you understand now. So let's assume that from here I want to break this from here to another page. How do I do it? I click here, then I go to breaks. Don't forget, under layout tab, then I'm going to shift it to the next page. As you can see now, it has broken it and it has, pushed it to the next page. Can you see that? Now what if I'm still working on this column, but I want to stop working on this column? I want to jump to the other column and start and continue working there. How do I move? Now I'll come to the end of the text on that column, then I'll go to what's it called now, to breaks, then I'll come to column. Can you see that now? That has jumped to the next column. You can see that. So that's the way it works. I hope you understand that. Okay, so you need to understand how it works. Or let's say you want to break this now. From here you want to move it to the next column. The same thing, you're going to click where you want to break, then you go to break, then you click column, and it's going to break it into the next column. I hope you understand that. So I'm sure you've learned something from this, and on your own now you should now be able to create your own columns and work on them. So give it a try, do it over and over again. Use 3 columns, use 4 columns, and by the time you're done, you would have seen that at least you can create your own columns by yourself. So thank you very much. I'm going to see you in the next video.